It is Friday. Finally, Friday. Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Love Babs Love Talk. I'm Babs Rawls Ivy. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, Friday, Friday. Ever thank God it's Friday? The movie at the Height of Disco with Donna Summer. Tavares, I think. I think it's Tavares. Yes. How are y'all doing? I made it over to Black Haven last night to the Colton's film. They screened Colton's film last night, so it was really really lovely. We caught like the last 5 minutes of it. She was messing around at Possible Futures. Listen, sometimes it's like that. So that was good. We had a good time, and then went over a good friend's house for dinner. Had good conversation, copious amounts of wine, and oddly enough, I don't feel hungover. Feel pretty damn good. So all is well. All is well in the world. I'm having dinner tonight with a friend. We're gonna see how that goes, and that's it. I don't have too much going on. You know, I've got a access to law school class. We're going to UConn Law School tomorrow to have our class. Then I got to go pick up my work of art that I got to make into a piece of work of art. Then I got to go to drop it off at the studio. And then Saturday run up to New London for Juanita's thing. And then Sunday string the beads for my project. I mean, it's a weekend full of stuff. Every weekend is the weekend. Had a great staff meeting with the New Haven Independent people yesterday at Havenly. We went to Havenly. And, eating in there is like eating at somebody's house. It's like, it really was like eating at somebody's house. The food was so flavorful and it was good. Enjoyed that space. I believe that space used to be the Red Lentil. As I was looking around, I was like, this used to be the Red Lentil, and I missed the Red Lentil. Maybe. Or is next door to it. So anyway, that was fine. Yeah, so everybody's getting hyped up for Black History Month. I'm starting to see all the Black History Month opportunities and programming coming up. The U.S. Poet Laureate will be here next week, and I'm looking forward to I'm really looking forward to her being here. I'm gonna go and see her. I thought I saved the maybe I just copied it. But she's coming Wednesday. She's going to be at the Yale Art Gallery. And I'm looking forward to seeing her. I just came across a poem that is hers. And I just thought it was just delicious. What It Looks Like to Us and the Words We Use by Ada Limon. So here it is. Let's see. All these great barns out here in the outskirts, black creosote boards knee-deep in the bluegrass. They look so beautifully abandoned, even in use. You say they look like arks after the seas dried up. I say they look like pirate ships, and I think of the walk in the valley where Jay said, "You don't believe in God?" And I said, "No. I believe in this connection we all have to nature, to each other, to the universe." And she said, "Yeah, God." And how we stood there, low beast among the white oaks, Spanish moss, and spider webs, obsidian shards, stuck in our pockets, woodpecker flurry, and I refuse to call it so. So instead, we looked up at the unruly sky. Its clouds and simple animal shapes we could name, though we knew they were really just clouds, disorderly and marvelous and ours. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? It is just beautiful. So I'm looking forward to having her come next week. She's just, I need to find her books, her poetry books, and just buy them. I just need to buy her books and buy them. She became the poet laureate, the 24th poet laureate on July 12th, 2022. And so she is the 24th poet laureate of the United States by the Librarian of Congress. And she is the first Latina to be poet laureate of the United States. So I believe she's about 46 years old. She's lovely. And her work is beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. She's got a bunch of books. So go and have Lauren order me a couple of her books. And put my hands on them. That's what I'm going to do. So she is the author of 6 books. I would love to talk to her. I don't know how I can make that happen, but she said poetry is elemental, necessary, and deeply human. I just love a good poem. You get a good poem and it just stays with you. So she's got 6 books out. Let's see. The Hurting Kind, a new collection of poems by Ada Limon. Excuse me. Shelter, a love letter to trees. What else? Well, she had 6 books. We'll see. Okay, here we go. The Hurting Kind, poems, Ada Limon. The Carrying, Ada Limon. Bright Dead Things. Lucky Wreck. Sharks in the Rivers. The Big Fake World. A Story in Verse. She wrote that in 2005. So there you have it. So she's coming next week. I'm looking forward to her. She's going to be at the Yale Art Gallery. Let me see if I could find her. I thought I saved it in the pictures, but I guess I did not. But she's coming. And February 7th. So she's doing a reading. And I'm excited. So if you never had opportunity to see a poet laureate, here's your opportunity. Here is your opportunity. So come. It's at the Yale Art Gallery right there on Upper Chapel Street. I don't think you'll be unhappy. I love poetry. I'm a poet by heart and by pen, and yeah. So yeah, come out, check her out. It's a good weekend for all kinds of things, though. This is a busy weekend. Let me tell you what's happening. I told Markeisha I would stay on top of telling people what's happening. Y'all know Claire's has a Valentine's Day love letter contest that's going on. And I talked about this a while back, but it's a Valentine's Day love letter contest, and you get to win a free dinner for 2 at Claire's. And so they have two contest categories, love letter and creative entries. So for the letter category, you write them a heartfelt note of any length telling them what you love about Claire's, declarations of undying love for Lithuanian coffee cake. And for the creative category, you let your talent be your guide. They're accepting entries of all kinds, all poetry from sonnets to limericks to songs to drawings. We'd love to see anything and everything you have to offer. So there you go. I have 2 gift certificates that I've yet to use, so I'm not going to be entering this contest. I eat there, haven't eaten there in a while because I haven't been downtown like that in a while. But I am a huge fan. So high five to my soror. Nancy Jackson Jordan is retiring for the New Haven Police Department today. And she's having an event today at 2:30 at City Hall, the New Haven Police Department. So I'm excited. I don't think I'll be able to get over there. But I'm excited. I'm so proud, and it's good when people retire for something that they love doing. So if you're in the mood for a party tomorrow, Kid Capri is in town for a Kid Capri Day party, 102 Hamilton Street. I think that's the Van Dome or something. So, Darius Mirel throws these day parties. So if you're in the mood for a party, 3:00 in the afternoon, there you go. And then Saturday, the Sixth Dimension opening reception at the Cummings Arts Center in New London by Cultured AF and the Ammerman Center for Arts and Technology at Connecticut College. So if you don't have anything to do, get yourself up there to the Sixth Dimension opening reception for Saturday, January 28th, 69. It's free. It's open to the public. They will have a live DJ, wine and refreshments, a photo booth, performers, food truck. So it's going to be a whole vibe. Or as they say, a whole bop. This John is going to be a whole bop, a mood, as they say. So I'm going because I like that Juanita Sunday. So I'm going to go and hang out and support her event. So that's what I'm doing. So I don't know what y'all are doing. So feel free to get out there, check out all the things. So I'm trying to look and see what else is going on. See, all the things. And, we're right at the doorstep of Black History Month. Starts next week, Wednesday, right? When is the first day of? Yeah, Wednesday is February 1st. But, for us, for us, Black History Month starts at Martin Luther King weekend. We don't wait for other people. We go right straight from MLK weekend and I heard somebody say, MLK weekend, but it's becoming MLK week month. I mean, in the inner city, we run MLK stuff all month of January. Like we start January with MLK celebrations. That's what we do. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So get yourselves ready. I say Black History Month is for white folks to take a deeper dive into Black culture, although not in Florida. They don't want to speak Black folk. They don't want to talk to Black folk. They don't want to acknowledge Black folk. And if they had their way, they probably would ship all the Black. We'll ship it out and out of Florida. If they had their way, that's what they would do. They would just ship y'all out. So just saying. I'm just saying. What was I saying? Oh gosh, it just went right out of my head. And I just got a message about something, and I'm like, it just threw me off. I'm just saying. So anyway, just get into something this weekend. There's a lot to do. The Mardi Gras is coming up. Mardi Gras. The library does a great Mardi Gras. People have been asking, am I interested in I just got a message from somebody about Mardi Gras. I'm coming, I guess. But it is the anniversary of the library too. The library was opened in 1887. Can you imagine? Yeah. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah, yeah. Of course I'd do that. Happy to do it. Come and be in there and be live. I wish we could be live from the Mardi Gras. That would be cool. I mean, I guess I could be live from, if I have my Facebook, I just Facebook live it. I could do that. Or somebody from the Arts Council could do it. It's fine. Could be there live and live in color. They could do it themselves. Yeah. But you know what? I'll have them on. I'll have the library on because this is a big deal. 1887. That is saying a lot. Let me tell you what the mood of the country was in 1887. I'll get to the shootings around town in a minute. All these shootings. But right now I'm talking about the library. So in 1887, in these United States, on January 20th, the United States Senate allows the Navy to lease Pearl Harbor in Hawaii as a naval base. On January 28th, in the snowstorm at Fort Coog, Montana, the largest snowflakes on record are reported. February 2nd, in 1887, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, the first Groundhog Day is observed. Y'all know Punxsutawney Phil. That's how we get that whole if the groundhog sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter or something or other. Although we hadn't had any winter yet here in Connecticut. Listen, I'm not complaining. But yeah, February 2nd, 1887, that's the first Groundhog Day celebration in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. I love these little ridiculous little notes of trivia. Right? I just love it. March 3rd in 1887, Anne Sullivan begins teaching Helen Keller. Wow. That's a weird sort of thing. All these things are weird. North Carolina State University is established in North Carolina College of Agriculture and Mechanics. Let's see what else. Northern California. Oh, that's 1891. Okay. So anyway, there's a lot going on. So it's considered the Gilded Age, 1869 to 1896. So, that was the time of the great captains of industry. If you've watched The Gilded Age on HBO, you get a sense of old money versus new money and all that kind of stuff. And, class and lower class and middle class and all of that. So interesting stuff. Interesting. So anyway, the library is celebrating its birthday during Mardi Gras. So there you go. Mardi Gras, I think, seems early this year, late this year, because it comes right on the heels of Easter. So but before Easter, there is Fat Tuesday. So get it in, Mardi Gras. Get it in. So Easter this year is Ah, let's see. Easter is April 9th. So I don't know if that feels early or not. I don't know. Well, I think it feels early because we've had Easter as late as April 25th and as early as March 25th, 22nd. So so I guess it's somewhere, you know, uh next year for 2024, Easter will be March 15th. So, and Easter's exact date varies so much because it actually depends on the moon. The holiday is set to coincide with the first Sunday after the paschal full moon and the first full moon after the vernal equinox. So that's why we get it the way we get it. So so here in 2023, the vernal equinox is on March 20th, and the following full moon is on April 6th. Therefore, Easter is on the 9th. Easter Sunday is April 9th this year. So if you're going to church, show up April 9th. I have to decide if I'm going to show up at somebody's church. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I actually like Easter. I just don't have a bona fide church home, but I've spent a little bit of time at Dixwell Congregational Church. I like it. They don't have a choir though, so that kind of annoys me a little bit. I like a choir. I like to sit and hear a choir. I have not decided if it's a deal breaker. So, but I do know I like a good choir. So yeah, I mean, we've not had much of a winter. We've not had any snow to write home about. We've had some flurries, nothing to stick, nothing to shovel, right? It's been warm, lots of rain. I think we are out of a drought situation. That would be good. So anyway, let me see. Let me go look at the Independent before I get into see what's going on. Because that's all the local news I care to know about. And okay, so the Alders advanced the $3 million reading and math plan. Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't know why we're haggling about how to teach kids to read. I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. So, the Q House and the LEAP contract renewal advances. I think that's not a bad idea. A 5-year, $500,000 deal. So, I don't know if I'd be mad about that. Yeah. I don't hear any criticisms, but I wouldn't hear criticism because I don't got any kids that utilize those opportunities at the Q House. So I'm out of that. I'm out of that whole story. and happily so. Do you know what I mean? Happily so. No shade to you parents out there. And y'all know I be trolling you. But I remember those days of trying to put kids somewhere safe and positive and economical. And I do not envy these parents having to figure out school breaks and holidays, particularly if you have to work and if you have to go back to work because these employers are acting crazy. It's, they don't care about productivity. They want bodies in seats. And I'm like, but if your workers are doing much better for your business where they are, why would you corral them back? It's as if you say to yourself, I don't want productivity. I don't want efficiency. I just want to see people. And for some people, this is the other part of this. For some people, work is the social construct for them. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't, I know so many people who don't have any real friends outside of work. that when they don't have work to go to, physical work space, it's as if they've lost friends. And yeah, I don't know. I do know there's something to be said for, you know, trying to create opportunities and spaces for people to sort of gather and be together. And I don't necessarily believe work should be the sole place of that. So I don't know. I don't know. I just feel some kind of way. And as we were talking about this over dinner last night, how I'm doing this exhibit. I'm a program partner of the exhibit Freedom Dreams that's coming up at the Creative Art Workshop. And I understand in the world, because I've been paying attention to this for the last couple of years, that people are very lonely and isolated. And a lot of it is a prison of their own making. And there's a lot to be said for making friends as an adult, that seems to be hard. And if you're aging and you don't have friends, it's doubly hard, because we now know the science shows us that as people are aging, their social life, their friendships and connections are the things that give them a better life and better outcomes. So if people are not having those connections and making friends, and people are alone, then they're dying, and they're not living to their best. They're not living their best life, and that's a painful reality for a lot of people. It's a very painful reality. It is not my reality, because I understand. I'm acutely aware of the value my friends play in my life. I could not have come this far without the bridge of friendships and the scaffolding of friendships and people. I just couldn't have gotten this far. I just could not have gotten this far in my life without the kindness of friends and circle of friends who have protected me, lifted me, honored me, guided me, and just overall effed with me. Who ride with me and ride for me. I don't know what it's like not to have that. I don't know what that's like. And I don't want to know, because I exist because of the friendships that I have in the world. I exist because of the friendships that I have in the world. And so the art installation that I'm working on at Creative Arts Workshop speaks to that. And the write-up is so beautifully written. I just can't stop. I can't stop reading this. I'm going to read it to you now, because I want you to hear it, because it's so beautiful. I don't know if I should be reading this, but I'm reading it because it's lovely. And it's like in the upstairs gallery, self-taught. Nope, that's not me. On select days throughout the run of the exhibition, program partner Babs Rawls-Ivy will activate the upstairs galleries with a special project that seeks to return our communities to a state of connection, unity, intimacy, and care. For Rawls-Ivy, dreams of a free future are rooted in our ability to reconnect and exhibit racial Black joy and love in the here and now. Embodying the practice of spiritual direction, or being with people as they attempt to deepen their relationship with the divine, Rawls-Ivy will welcome visitors to sit with her as they look at each other, hold hands, and embrace on a bench painted with words of encouragement and affirmation. In her own words, I want Black folks to come and be in communion with me. I want other folks to come and be in communion and get a taste of Black love. So I'm excited about this because this is the great mission of my life, I think, of the moment. This is the issue of my life at the moment. And I so want to I so want to I so want to do this. And tricking out this bench. And I've got to start pulling together my affirmations. Like that has got to happen because I have to start painting next week. And I got to get that done. I got to go get some beads, although I've got some beads coming, but I got to go get the wire. So I got to go do that. So I'm going to do some of that today. I got to be out in Hampton anyway. So I'm going to go over to Joann, see what they have going on, see what's on sale. I need some wire and do all the things. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this all the way out. And we're gonna do the damn thing. And so the bench is an angel bench. It is a homage to the angel bench that Linda Meekins has created that sits at Possible Futures bookstore, which if you've paid attention to us on social media, you see various people sitting on it. And so I've taken my cues from that and creating one for myself, a much smaller version on a much smaller scale. And I'm excited about that. I'm so excited. So I'm excited. So I gotta start figuring out what the affirmations that I want to say. What do I want the bees to look like? A color scheme, all the things that make me happy, and just get to it. So I am delighted to be working on this exhibit, to be a part of this exhibit. I've got to submit some stuff and I got to get it done today so I could get it out the way so that they can go on and do the work that they need to do. I'm just delighted and excited by that. So there we go. So yes, I am stepping into the artist space fully. I am so delighted by that. I can't begin to tell you how much that means to me. And so I've got a lot of running around to do. I've got a lot to do, and I'm going to get it done. And that'll be that. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, as they say, as we say. That's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We're doing this now. So, because the exhibit opens not next week, but the week after. So it gives me time to work on it. On top of studying for the LSAT. I will tell you, I am getting so good. Well, no, wait, that's a misnomer. I'm getting so much better at these daggone logic games. I am getting so good at these things. I was working with I was in a study group the last couple of days, and then I met with my coach yesterday, and we did a game together. And I was so happy the way that I have figured this out. Working on this stuff, it's just been an absolute joy. Like when I first got a whiff of this, it was so damn hard. I couldn't stand it. I was like, oh God. And I was at the point where, I'm not one to lose faith. I don't lose faith in things, but man, I was just like, I don't get this. And then once the light bulb went off, thank you, Tiffany, in class, I was like, oh. I was like, it was like the heavens opened up and I could see things, So now the thing is to get it to recognize, get speedy with this, get speedy. Get speedy. I'm trying to get speedy. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get speedy. So that's my goal. Because, you don't have 8 gazillion hours to sit and take this test. Oh man, I forgot to go and take. So, yeah, no, that's another problem I forgot to do. Anyway, I was supposed to do something at the doctor's yesterday, and don't you know, as I'm sitting here talking about the LSAT, there's things that I was supposed to do in regard to the LSAT and my doctor, and I didn't do it. I don't know why it just slipped out of my mind. So that means I got to do it in the next couple of weeks. I go back anyway in a month because I've got things to be tested for and looked at and all of the things. So yeah. Oh, yes. So I have not heard back yet from the divinity school. I don't expect to hear anything until, I don't know, March. I think they're making decisions in March. So I don't know. I don't even know. My listen, my application is in the world. That's all I know. That's it. I'm just gonna go with that. I haven't even given it much thought. Because it's not the be all end all of anything. And if I don't get in, it's okay. Like, it doesn't matter if something hurts you or not. That's not who cares? Hurt is a real emotion. The trick is how you handle it. I'm good. Good. I think I'm good. So we'll see. I did what they asked me to do, and we'll see. you know. So I did early application. I think the deadline is February 1st anyway for some things. So, you know, so we'll see. We shall see. And I'm excited. So we'll see how it goes. We'll go with that. But we keep moving forward. You you've lived long enough. You learn how to hopefully, I can't say everybody. Hopefully, you get some coping skills. You get some coping skills, and you apply them to your everyday practical life. Do you know what I mean? You apply them, and you hope that you come through. So yeah, so I'll know come March. March is starting to feel like my lucky month. You know how October is loaded? Like, October is one of these months that good things and bad things happen. I think March is like the month of goodness. You know what I mean? I feel like March is the month of goodness. I hope. So I'll know March 15th if I get in or not. We'll see. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's not anything I can do about it. I can't make myself more attractive. I put everything I had, got good people to write me letters of recommendation, and that's it. That's it. So I'm gonna go with it. That's what I'm going with. And it's, as we like to say, as I grew up in the Pentecostal church, it is in God's hands. So they'll either want me or they won't. They'll either take a chance or they won't. They'll either want me to be in the presence of them or they don't. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. I told myself I would apply twice. This is my second chance, and that's it. I don't have another. I I'm not going to apply again. This is just it. So this is a one shot, two shot kind of thing. And I took my shot. I'm like Michael Jordan. I get out there on the court. I take my shot. I take the shot. I shot my shot. So we'll see what happens. I'll either be a student or I won't, but I will always, 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 always be a student of life. So if I don't get in, I'm like, well, I gave it my best shot, couldn't get in. I took a shot. I took a shot. I took a shot. I took a shot. Beyond that, nothing else. Beyond that. So yeah, so I got this LSAT stuff in front of me. I'm working on that. I will tell you, it is exciting to sort of work on this LSAT just to stretch your brain. Now, the LSAT has nothing to do with law school, and they tell you this. The LSAT is just a gatekeeper. It's like the sorting hat on Harry Potter. The LSAT is the sorting hat. That's how I'm going to look at it. And unlike the younger people in my cohort, I'm pretty limited to where I go. I'm not packing up and moving across country. I'm not moving somewhere. That's just not a reality for me. And nor do I want to. I don't want to. The allure of a new place to live for school is no longer there. The allure to live somewhere in retirement or semi-retirement is much more attractive. And that's it. I don't have any desire for to move to Indiana or wherever for anything. No shade to Indiana, no shade to Ohio, no shade to Pennsylvania, no shade to Georgia, no shade to North Carolina, no shade to the places I've gone to in my life. I don't want to live in those places, so I'm gonna be right here. So we'll see. I mean, I've got some schools right here in I guess New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, that tri-state. We never think about that as a tri-state. We always think New York, New Jersey, but Connecticut, Mass, New York, I could conceivably, and when I say Mass, I mean Springfield, because that's up the road a bit, and New York is over there. But beyond that, I'd rather stay in Connecticut. That's just what it is. Like, I would just rather stay in Connecticut, and so I got to get these LSAT scores up high enough so that somebody will say, hey, come here and dangle some money in front of me. That's really what needs to happen. Otherwise, I can't do it. I can't do it. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. That's the idea. That's the idea. So let me find my PSA. We were talking about, I was with my girlfriends last night, where I was talking about a little bit about, the human trafficking piece that has been about in my life. And, I didn't go into great details, but I talk about the effects, the effects of, the lingering effects of that level of trauma. We have good language these days for saying trauma. We have good language for that, and that's good, because when I was a kid, we didn't have language for that. We didn't have this language, and so I just was, a mess until I wasn't, until I had to take matters into my own hands. And I know everybody's not able to do that. I get it. I get it. I just, I was talking about how much I cannot stand hearing people talk about healing, because it's such a loose word right now. Such a loose word. And we say it so much that it becomes almost ineffective. And I don't believe in the word healing across a lot of things. Like, I believe if you get cut, you could heal. I believe if you have surgery, you can heal. Or, I believe in a physical healing. But I think for mental health and other things, it's hard to sort of because what we attach to healing is a success and loss kind of definition. If you're not healed, then you're still in a bad place. Or if you're not healed, like, healing is the goal, and if you don't achieve it, then you're still less than or trapped or stuck. I don't like healing as a as a definition to anything, particularly not around mental health. I don't like it, because I think it sends the wrong message, and it sets people on a path of failure. You're either successful, healed, or you're not, failure. And I don't think it's quite that cut and dry. I don't think I'll ever be healed. I think I make peace and make space for trauma. I think that's what I do. So anyway, let me get on with my PSA, because I this is important. It's quite important. And I want to continue to do it for January. And I probably still do it a little bit after January. January is National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. Do you know someone who is a victim of human trafficking? Human trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery with illegal smuggling and trading of people for forced labor and/or sexual physical abuse. This is a worldwide problem, as well as a problem in our own beautiful state of Connecticut. Traffickers traffic people. They target people, both boys and girls. There are boys and girls who are vulnerable to promises of a better life and forcing them to live and work in unfair and abusive conditions. Many traffickers are well known, living near and promising and convincing young people and families that their children will have a better life in a new place. Under the United States federal and Connecticut state laws, human trafficking is a crime. It's a crime. Let us work together to protect our children against these horrific crimes. If you are a victim or know someone who is a victim of human trafficking, or if you would like to learn more about this serious issue in our society and our community, right here in New Haven, right here, please contact Love 146 at 203-772-4420. That's Love 146, 203-772-4420. This is a public service announcement that the Waterbury, Connecticut chapter of the Links Incorporated has asked me to commit to doing for the month of January, and I happily do it. So I'm going to take a break. I'll be back, catch up on some other stuff, and I will see you in a few minutes, 15 minutes. I'll be back.
Here are some memories and these love notes.
Hi, this is Bass Rawls Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
I've been looking for inspiration. I need a little help, someone to lean on. Can you hear me?